Welcome back. Oh, the Jamal Lewis episode, 31.
Yes.
How you feeling today? How you feeling?
Hey man, I'm feeling pretty good. Just another wonderful week in the off season. All this rumors, news. It's kind of like you see something new every day. It's never a dull day for Ravens fan. Definitely never a dull day for the Rain Gang. Shout out to the whole Rain Gang that is already in here in full effect tonight. We see you guys. Don't worry. Let's see. Our guy Boz, first and foremost, our guy Boz is in here. Shout out to him. One of our many moderators that we have in here. God Baby's in here.
God Baby coming through.
Christopher Swain's in here. Our guy Unknown Goat is in here.
Okay.
Andrew's in here. Click One. Ryan Bollinger. The whole squad is in here. Void. I see Void. Okay. I see my guy Jay in there. Yeah, we got the whole squad. 2K crossovers in here.
Came through.
Oh yeah. Y'all are coming through. Yeah. Y'all are definitely coming through for us.
And foremost, like we always do, welcome back. Thank you for coming through.
Yes.
And if you're new, drop a like, drop a sub right there. Come on, it's right there.
It's right there.
And then if you want to, you can follow us on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast.
Indeed.
Follow me on Instagram, simply as10.prod, or on Twitter, simply as10. The L is a capital I because somebody still has it. And where can they find you?
So you can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Sutton Def. Like I always say, guys, feel free to reach out, DM me, mention me if you have any things you want to talk about, Ravens-wise, talk football, talk sports, talk anything, talk life, music, whatever, I'm here to talk to you guys. I mean, I love interacting with you guys on Twitter. I think it's really fun. It's really cool. So if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you can do that. But most importantly, like my guy Alex said, make sure you follow the Purple Rain Podcast on Instagram. That's how you're going to get all the updates for all things Purple Rain. When we're coming out with a new video, new live stream, when the merch drops. What was the merch? You heard me. I said the merchandise. The official Purple Rain Gang, Purple Rain Podcast merchandise is coming soon and very soon. You guys can expect some previews of that in the next episode. So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now.
You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss
out.
You don't want to miss it. And we're currently in the process of trying to get some big things to occur on this channel. We can't say what, but we're in the process. So let's hope, let's pray. And real quick, speaking of, if our guy Engraven's in here, just a big shout out to him this week. Like,
huge
talk about what he did. Just real quick.
Oh yeah.
Was on Instagram Live with Marquise Hollywood Brown, the Soldier Boy, as we know, and got some really good answers out of him. So a big shout out to him. Yeah,
absolutely. Big shout out to Engraven, really putting on for the whole Ravens YouTube community. That's a huge move. Getting any Ravens player on the show, it's like, that's huge. Like, especially Hollywood Brown, like, especially considering like what he does in the playoffs, what he did in the playoffs. It's like, we have a lot of faith in that guy. And I know it's kind of been back and forth with Hollywood. Is he Hollywood? Is he Marquise? But I think Hollywood is here to stay. He's a Raven.
Yes.
I think that's the most important thing. He's a Raven, and he's a Raven for, here to stay. He's here to stay. So, like he said, big shout out to Engraven. I see you guys in the chat here. Our guy Zeke Phillips is in here. Our guy Sis is also in here as well. Rush, our guy Rush, he's in the chat room. He is in the building. Shout out to Rush. How you doing, man? Brandon Lewis says, "What's up, Rain Gang?" Yeah, man. What's up, man? How you doing? He also, he says, "Hey, sudden death. That hoodie is hard. I appreciate it. I appreciate this. Got this for my birthday last year." Tyler's in here. Tyler Sugar, he says, "What's up, Rain Gang? Thank you for coming through tonight." Let's see. Yeah. If I don't get to you now, I'm going to get to you later. Emmanuel Sapa, Esco City G, all you guys. Yeah. We love all you guys, man. Elvito52, he says, "Give me a shout out." There you go, man.
There you
shout out to Elvito52. Thank you for joining the live. I actually don't think I've seen you in the stream before, so thank you for joining. Welcome to the Rain Gang. Yes. So, but Alex, you asked me how I was feeling. How are you feeling today?
Like $1 million. I'm feeling good. Feeling very, very good. Actually put out a video today on my Instagram of somebody who I really want the Ravens to get, Mr. DJ Chark, and he shared it on his story. So I don't think he knows I'm a Ravens YouTuber, but hey, he knows that when he does come to Baltimore, that video is going to be ready. I'm manifesting it right now.
Absolutely.
DJ Chark to Baltimore.
The hope is, but just real quick, the hope is like every Ravens player eventually they will get to know this guy simply AS10 because he's making highlight videos for all of them. But go ahead, man.
Thank you. But yeah, hopefully we can get number 17 wearing in Baltimore with Chark on the back, Chark Jr. So let's hope.
Okay. But yeah, man. Shoot, Ravens news, rumors, and stuff like that. have come out recently. It's kind of been pretty interesting to say the least. Now, the biggest thing that us as Ravens fans, of course, we have to focus on is the upcoming draft. It's April 29th. Now, of course, before that, in 11 days, we do also have free agency as well, which my guy Ramey actually reminded me of this morning. And shout out to Ramey because he's in here as well. He says, "What up, boys? What up, Ramey?" Another one of our mods in here. Thank you. Thank you to all the mods who have joined the show tonight. We appreciate what you guys do, truly. But yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Free agency starts in 11 days, and the draft is a couple months from now. Tonight, we're going to begin. I know for a couple weeks we've been talking about, listen, guys, we're going to get in the draft. We're going to start talking about it. Me and Alex really haven't had all the time to study like we want to for you guys for the draft. So, as the draft gets closer, you guys will see a lot more from us pertaining to the draft. But tonight, we really want to take a look at some of the players that the Ravens really, really might go after in that first, second, third round of the draft, maybe. So there was an article put out today, by the Ravens, and they basically highlighted a couple of players, and by a couple, maybe like 7 to 10 players that the Ravens could possibly get in this year's upcoming draft. Okay. Now, we know that the Ravens are really, really in need of offensive line, of course, DB, of course, wide receiver. Okay. And also edge rusher is another point of emphasis that we need. So they actually kind of hit, all the points there. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into the Ravens draft options. I'm actually going to pull up that article on the screen so we can go through it together. If you're watching live right now, we're going to do this as a family. We're going to go through this together. Yeah.
If you're watching after the fact, what can they do?
If you're watching after the fact, you can actually comment down below. So scroll down a little bit, comment, let us know what you guys think. We're going to bring up you guys' information, like the comments and stuff that you guys put in the next episode. If we don't, we'll just respond to you. We'll respond. We love to respond. Purple Rain Podcast, we definitely love to chop it up with you guys in the comment section. So make sure you leave a comment if you're watching this after the live. So, but we appreciate you just as much. And thank you for watching. So yeah, we're going to go through this together, and I want the Rain Gang, you guys in the live chat right now, I want you guys to let us know your opinions on each of these players. Let us know, have you done any of your own personal research on any of these players, and what's just your overall grading or opinion on these players. So I'm going to bring up that article for you guys now. Real quick, Alex, just to preface this. Okay. If the Ravens were to pick, well, of course we have the 27th pick. We don't know if we'll trade down, things like that. What position do you think that they should go with first? And I want the Rain Gang to answer. Just a quick kick off this segment here. What position do you think that the Ravens should go for first in the draft?
You got to protect your investment, soon to be. Got to go lineman, I think.
Got to go lineman?
Got to protect number 8. That's what I'm saying. I think it's not the sexy pick, but it's a smart pick. Yeah. And depending what's there, I wasn't expecting Patrick Queen to drop so low last year. Because I actually wanted, what's his name? I think he went to the Saints, I believe. He was a center. I just blanked on his name. But may have been Cesar Ruiz. But I saw Queen drop. I'm like, yeah, I'll take him. But yeah, I want Lyman this year in the first round.
Yeah. Okay. Lyman in the first round. I see the Rain Gang is pouring in their responses here. Greg Smoot says center. Emmanuel Sapa says edge. Right. Ramey says, as of now, it's got to be edge. That's interesting. It's interesting. Some of you guys are saying edge first, because it just feels like to me we have edge rushers, right? We have Judon, we have Ngakoue, but I don't know if we're gonna really hit home run, drafting edge first and getting guys that are just leaps and bounds better than those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Well, or I don't think they're coming back though. That's the thing. They're not gonna come back. So right now, our neither edge rusher, neither of them. I think.
That was suck.
I think with getting Purnell back, Jihad Ward back, and Derek Wolfe, I think that would help us out a lot. But you still need to draft an edge rusher, maybe sign somebody. But I think they're just out of our price range, and I'm not really mad at that. But that's just how cookie crumbles.
Yeah, that's right. Rush says tackle. Click One says either interior O line or edge. Okay. Edge or O-line, center. Okay, I like what you guys are saying here. Let's go ahead and bring up this article that was posted by the Baltimore Ravens today. As you guys can see right here, the mock draft Thursday, offensive tackle becomes a popular pick. That's the title of the article. So it's going to highlight a lot of tackles in here. So we're just going to go through this list and kind of see who they have listed. And these are people that, if you haven't read this article, if you haven't done your research on the draft yet, public service announcement, take a look at these people, start doing your research, your deep dives, your homework on these guys, because one of these guys or two of these guys even could potentially be Ravens in the future. So let's listen up, guys. So first they have offensive tackle Tevin Jenkins out of Oklahoma State. And I'm going to go ahead and read like their description for it and everything like that.
I believe we had a virtual meeting with him today too. I believe he was the one. Yeah,
Did not know
I think
that.
He was the one. Yeah.
All right, so let's see. It says, does Baltimore need more help at inside guard that could help? That could be the Harbaugh connection, Jalen Mayfield pick, or at tackle if Orlando Brown gets moved. Tevin Jenkins, he addresses the latter. He's one of the meaner, more powerful dudes you'll see on tape. That's coming from Chris Burke, the Athletic. And it also goes on to say, Orlando Brown Jr. is seeking a trade, and the Ravens are too smart a franchise to cave into the demands of a player that, while good, is boosted a bit by the conditions elicited by playing for an offense led by Lamar Jackson and coached by Greg Roman. Tevin Jenkins, he would step into the role of a bookend to Ronnie Stanley, whom the Ravens extended last season, and he provides insurance should Stanley not be available to start when the season goes due to injury that knocked him out of the 2020 campaign. So
I think he'll be good to go, though. I think he'll be good to start. Yeah.
I think so, too. What I would be interested to see with this guy is with Tevin Jenkins, is he, because it says offensive tackle, but is that automatically mean left tackle, or does he...
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm not sure. We're going to need a right tackle.
We're going to need right tackle. So, yeah. So, I mean, if Orlando Brown gets, I assume he's probably like one of the, maybe like a plug and play guy. He's probably played some snaps, a lot of snaps at right tackle. So that's probably why they have him listed here. But like I said, there's a lot of offensive tackles in this list that we're going to go through. And I want to see what you guys are saying already about my guy. Yeah, Jay Swiss says like a combo lineman, exactly. Somebody that you can put on each side. Those are my type of guys. Those are my type of guys.
Can't go wrong with them.
Yeah. Universal O-lineman, so to say. All right, so let's see. Chris Swain says, I might watch a little bit of film on these guys. I know the defensive end position. I can make some quality breakdowns. Okay. We're relying on you, Chris. We know you got the that
football knowledge.
Yeah. Let's see. Devon Johnson says, not at all, Sutton. You know how we do. Most of our guys play the line. Okay. Yeah. Tevin has played right tackle, left tackle, and guard as well. So he's a plug and play. There's according to Casper 215 here. Okay. Yeah. That's really good. In EDC we trust. Yes.
Have to.
So, absolutely. So that's Tevin Jenkins out of Oklahoma State. Now, there's a lot of other offensive tackles on this list. The second one's going to be offensive tackle Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC. So it goes on to say here that it would be a huge win if the Ravens can make this happen, this pick. The Ravens already had an interior O-line need entering the offseason. Then when Orlando Brown made it known that he wanted to be a left tackle, that made things tricky for their outlook at tackle too, as Ronnie Stanley is already their left tackle. If they move on from Orlando Brown, Vera Tucker, he can plug in right away at right tackle. So that's good. If they keep Brown, Vera Tucker can plug in right away in the interior, which is also really good. So you're telling me we get a guy who can protect blind side. Well, not blind side. He can protect Lamar's right side. And he can also be a run blocker as well if we needed him to.
So basically everything that Tyree... Okay, no. Can he pass block? Because anything, like I said, to keep Tyree Phillips off the line, I'm 100% cool with. Yeah. Leave it at that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what we have in the chat from our guys so far. Have you guys taken a look at Elijah Vera Tucker yet, or is anybody in here a USC fan?
Yeah, please.
Let us know. Greg Smoot says USC. I like that guy. Okay, I like that pick a lot. Ryan Bollinger. Okay, I like it. Let's see what else we have here. Just real quick, David Nestor, he says, how do you guys only have 812 subs? This is such a lit podcast on YouTube. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
David. We appreciate that.
That means a lot. It means
absolutely
a lot.
It does. Taquan Christian says, yo, what's up, guys? Hope to meet you guys at a Ravens game this year. Road to 900. Hashtag Rain Gang. Absolutely. All love. Yeah. You know we're going to be. And we're going to let you know if we, plan on going to a Ravens game, which we will. So, yeah. Johnny says, huge fan. I admire y'all's work. Thank you so much as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, just a lot of love tonight. We appreciate it. Yeah, it's real. So
I'm gonna hug all y'all with mask on though. Remember,
right?
the mask
With
on,
mask. So let's see what else we have here. Andrew Sakara says, "I am down for O linemen because Makari and Tyree Phillips are backups and should not be starting at all."
Thank you.
Yeah, Phillips. I mean, Makari. He played well for a stretch. You know.
Yeah, and then I would like to see him not at center. Maybe throw him in preseason. Maybe at a guard position, see what he can do.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, he also got thrown into the fire and didn't do bad in 2019. Then 2020 came in, then was fine, and then he had the hiccups in the playoffs. So it's like,
big hiccups. Emmanuel Sapa says Makari is good. Devon Johnson says Phillips will be better.
Hey man, you have a lot more faith than me. A lot.
He says, "Did you think Bradley Bozeman did good?" That's from TSG Drippy No Limit.
I think he did.
I think he had a pretty solid
unsung hero
season too.
I believe. I mean, he held down that left guard position pretty well. What was he, left guard? Or right?
Yeah,
he was left. His Powers was right. Yeah.
Now, did Bozeman win Walter Payton Man of the Year? Who won that award?
No, Russell Wilson won it, I believe.
Russell Wilson. Okay, fair enough. But that is offensive tackle Elijah Vera Tucker. Now, one thing, Alex, if you don't mind, as we're going through these players, could you look up their frame, their build, their size for me, so we can have that as context as well?
I got you.
Appreciate it. So we will go ahead and just real quick, let's see what Elijah Vera Tucker's build is.
He is 6'4", 315.
6'4", 315. Okay.
21 years old. Wow, I'm older than him by a couple of months. Wonderful. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
See, I don't like this. I'm at that point right now where I'm getting older than the player. No, I don't like this.
Yeah, you're getting old, man. You're getting old. But yeah, 6'4", 315. That's a pretty good size. Now, on the edge, my only worry would be against some of those speedier edge rushers who can get kind of low and away from his hand. Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like they may be able to beat a guy like that around the corner. Yeah, exactly.
Especially in the North.
Right. We'll have to watch out for that. Now let's see what else we have here. So the next pick they have is another offensive tackle. His name is Alex Leatherwood out of Alabama. Now, we know those Alabama prospects, we always got to keep a very close eye on. Yeah, them Bama boys, they always translate well into NFL boys, at least, most of the time. So let's see what the description here, their reasoning. It says, Lamar Jackson was blamed for the playoff loss to the Titans, but his receivers really let him down. Now, his offensive line isn't as good because of Marshall Yonda's retirement. Alex Leatherwood, a former 5-star recruit, has excellent strength to be a stellar run blocker and the athleticism to block elite edge rushers. And that is what we have in the AFC North. So we would need something like that. Now, what's his build?
6'6", 312.
6'6", 312. That is solid. That's solid. He's even taller than the last guy. Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah. Interesting to see where he plays on the line. That would be... Where do they put him at? Where did he play at in Alabama is the question. Was he on the right side? Was he on the left side?
Yeah, it doesn't even tell you online.
Yeah. Okay. I suppose we probably have to look at some film. And again, guys, just another disclaimer. Alex and I, we haven't done our deep dive yet. We're kind of just learning, just like some of you guys are. So we're going through these guys, just taking a first little look. Listen, the draft's not until April.
Hey, I see our guy Casper.
So we're just looking.
He mainly played left tackle at Bama.
Casper, shout out to Casper.
Left tackle.
215,
and Taquan, left tackle. Yeah, Cameron Nichols, left tackle. So the
left
chat
tackle.
is coming through and letting us know. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys those of you guys who are a little bit more invested into college football than we are. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys for letting us know where these guys played and a little bit, just giving us a little bit more insight and information. So left tackle would definitely be a good position. Like we said, if Ronnie Stanley may not be able to go, ready to go when the season starts, but we're predicting that he will be. So that is another one to keep an eye on. We'll have to keep an eye on Alex Leatherwood. We're going to move right down along here. So Creed Humphrey, center.
We know who this is. We know who it is. Yeah. This is who I think a lot of Ravens fans want.
Yeah. It's the guy you see in the bottom right-hand corner. Yeah. On part of the title here. Creed Humphrey, center from Oklahoma. I know you have kind of taken a look at him before, right, Alex?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so it just says here that Humphrey steps in on day one, and he's an effective starter at the center spot for Baltimore. What do you have to say about Creed Humphrey? How high are you on him, really?
6'5", 320. I just want us to improve our glaring need And I think after that game last year, I mean, some of the catches Lamar's made from the center position, like that would be in our top 10 catches because he was making one-handed catches. Like they were just throwing it up everywhere. And that right there is what we need to improve on right now. Not for the future, right now, because that can help us become a better team now because we're in win now mode. We got to pay our QB now. So let's improve around him for once, Let's give him the tools he needs. So that's why I want Creed Humphrey or a lineman in any aspect. But I think center is just our weakest position right now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. You're right about that. I mean, like I always say, center, just like Greg Smoot says, center killed us. Center is the position where every play is started. So that is of huge importance. I would not be mad at all at this pick. Creed Humphrey, Alabama, not Alabama, but the Oklahoma Sooners. D Money 100 says that's all day my pick. Greg Smoot says instant impact guy, and that's that's really what you want, And center is really one of those positions where it's like you kind of set it and forget about it because if they're doing their job correctly, it's like you don't even really notice it. Yeah. You expect the ball to be snapped correctly from most professional centers, so it's like we've been missing that. We were definitely missing that last season. So getting a guy like this in who can make that instant impact, that would definitely be very, very beneficial. Huge for us. John James says, I want Creed Humphrey. Yeah, I mean, I like this pick. I really do like this pick, guys. And we're both going to do a little bit more, research on this guy because the Ravens could very well end up getting him. Rush says Creed is a must-have. Brandon says, build the line and success will come. Look at the Colts. Yeah. Look at the Colts with the statue they have, Phillip Rivers.
Their only issue, though, is that, I mean, they now have Carson Wentz, but even before that, they had Jacoby Brissett, they had Phillip Rivers. Like, they didn't have a top-tier quarterback. And I'm not even going to put Carson Wentz as top-tier, but, to be protected. So we'll see how he does now. I mean, he has no excuses. So let's but Costanzo just retired, I believe, their left tackle. So they'll be fine. They'll clear that up. But
yeah. Devon Johnson says, I'd rather sign at that position. Putting a rookie out there is scary.
That's a good point.
Good point. Let's see. KLA Sports says, hey, guys, sorry I'm late. Shout out to KLA Sports. What's up, man? Thank you for coming through. Make sure you guys go ahead and let's see. KLA Sports, can you drop like your Twitter and your Instagram in the chat so people can go follow you as well? Because I know that he covers sports as well. So I want you guys to go check out his stuff too. So just do that for me. Just go ahead and drop your Twitter and your Instagram for us there. Now let's see. KLA Sports, he actually says sign a vet center and draft a rookie to groom behind them. Okay.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But let's move right along here. Let's go ahead and get to the next one. So this is safety, Trayvon Moehrig, Woodard out of TCU. So this is one that I've seen in a lot of people's mock drafts. They have the Ravens taking him. Yeah. Just to preface it a little bit, his 2020 stats are as follows. You guys can see it on the screen. 10 games, he had 47 tackles, 2 picks, and 9 passes defensed.
See, here's my thing. Antoine Winfield Jr. last year had a much better resume and went in the second round. I don't think, definitely not first round for me. Definitely not. Okay. I think Winfield at second round, he should have been a first rounder. If you look at what he did with Minnesota, and we're like the conference he played in, look what he did in the NFL. He was a stud all around. His build is 6'2", 203. This one I don't like whatsoever. I think if we're gonna get a safety, get it in like the 4th or 5th round, not a day 1 or 2 pick.
Yeah, because you think about it, we're really not, especially the way that Wink calls games. Like we're really not like a sit back and cover kind of team. So yeah, we only really use one safety. Deshaun Elliott will have him out there. Excuse me, we'll have him out there. And then a lot of other guys, we might bring an extra guy to blitz, because, Wink loves his blitzes. So with a Trayvon Moehrig, it would be interesting to see exactly how the game plan would change because I feel like it would have to, naturally, if we do want to give him play time, So that'd be very interesting. It'd be very interesting. Real quick, though, let's see. Our guy Mark Ford says, first time in here live. I usually just watch after. Well, shout out to you for coming and joining the live stream. Yeah. Thank you for joining the live tonight, Mark. We appreciate you. Let's see. Greg Smoot says, smash that like button. Smash that like button. Hit the like, but the channel is lit. We appreciate it. Hopefully we can get to maybe 100 likes. Let's just, that's a goal. Maybe we can get to 100 likes. Let's see what else we have here from you guys.
We have 70 people right now, so thank you for every single one of you. 71. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Devon Johnson says, pay Joker and keep it moving. Okay.
I'm behind you. I mean, come on. I'm behind you.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Chris Griffith says, "How's it going, boys? How's it going, Chris? Appreciate you coming through." Yeah. Let's see what else we have here. So it just says the description for Trayvon Moehrig. It says they take the best player on the board and they feel a need. There's a chance Baltimore decides to trade back to acquire more picks,
which I can see happening. I don't think we'll trade out of day one though. I think maybe like to 30, 29 or 30. I just can't see us not having a first round pick.
Yeah, it depends on what happens with Orlando for sure. Let's see. Moving right along though. Next, we have edge rusher, Jason Owe out of Penn State. So his 2020 stats are as follows. He has 7 games, 38 tackles, 6.5 tackles for loss, and no sacks.
Okay. So he is 6'5", 257 pounds.
Okay.
He has a rare length and athletic tools. He has plenty of potential. His ceiling as a prospect is that of a 10-plus sack per season pass rusher. That's high praise. That is high praise right there. What was the Ravens' leading sack getter this year? What do they have, 6, 7?
Shoot, who was it?
I think it was Calais Campbell.
Calais?
I know he had 3 against the Eagles really early.
Oh yeah, you're right. He did have a day. He had a day that game. Yeah, I think it is Calais Campbell. Yeah. Let's see. Ryan Bollinger says no sacks in the Big Ten. No thanks.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking when I first saw, that stat line. I was like, really? No sacks? Like you couldn't get home once? Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. If you can't do it at that level, if you can't get home at least like one time at that level, I just don't see how you're going to be able to get around these talented, left tackles, right tackles in this league. So
especially against the Browns, they have a great line. Line. So you're going to have to try to get somebody to get to Baker.
Yeah. Ramey says there's so many better pass rushers in this draft than Owe, I promise. Yeah, trust me. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're about to get to some of them.
Yeah, we'll get to some of them coming up next year. Let's see. So we kind of agree. We're kind of on him, but we'll see. We still have, like I said, still got to watch film, still got to do more of our research. But this is just kind of like at a glance, draft at a glance. It's still draft is at the end of April, guys.
We still got a far way to go.
We got time. Don't want to put all of our eggs in one basket into one episode. So we're going to move right along.
Okay.
Next one, edge rusher, Jalen Phillips out of Miami. 2020 stats, 10 games. In those 10 games, he had 45 tackles, 15.5 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, and 1 interception. Ooh. That's actually really good. I like that. So, yeah, and then also what's his build real quick?
6'5", 266.
6'5", 266. Okay.
He was a lot of the recruits had him number 1 in 2017. He came number 3 in the ESPN at a high school. Yeah. He had a couple of injuries and an off the field accident actually. Mm-hmm. Then he retired from UCLA and went to Miami for a year. Okay.
Yeah. So this guy, just looking at his stats from 2020 for it to be a comeback year, it looks pretty good to me. 45 tackles. 15.5 tackles for loss and 8 sacks. Come on, man. 8 sacks compared to the last guy had no sacks. This 8 sacks and a pick. The pick tells me he has awareness, I
like that.
And of course, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Sutton the scout. Come on. It doesn't get much better than that.
Hey, man, like if you have an edge rusher who can sometimes maybe drop back into coverage, you know how dangerous that is? You know how threatening that is? Somebody who can get to the quarterback but can also drop back and pick you off too. That's dangerous. So let's see what you guys have to say about our guy Jalen Phillips coming out of Miami. Drop your comments, concerns, questions in the chat if you're watching the stream.
Well, 80 people. 80.
Yeah, so if you're watching afterwards, also comment down below. We're going to get to that too. Let's see. Ryan Bollinger says he'd be interested to know what the off-field issue was. Fair.
Yeah. I think it was speeding, I believe. I'm going to check real quick.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Christopher Swain, our guy Chris Swain, he says, I watched a little bit of one of his games. He is relentless. He plays with an edge as well. That's what you want. An edge rusher that plays with some edge. That's what we want. You know what I mean? Somebody who's going to get home. Somebody who's going to get up and be in your face and not be your friend, Now, the word relentless, I really like that you use that word because I use the same word to describe Justin Madubuike. going into like after last year's draft. I watched a lot of his tape, and what I really saw from him was that he never gave up. He was an effort guy, and that's just what you love to see out of your defensive players. Effort translates directly. It's a direct correlation into playing like a Raven, right? So
and we talked
that's
about
what
it
we
last
want.
Episode.
We
talked
did.
about playing like a Raven. It's all coming into a full circle.
It's all coming full circle, exactly. So, yeah, let's see what else we have here from you guys. Ravens do like their Miami defensive players. Cameron Nichols is a good point.
Couple of Hall of Fame and legends. So
yeah, Casper215. He says Phillips is my edge number 1. Okay, that's good. We're definitely have to take a closer look on this guy. I think what we might do, since the draft is so far away and there's so many episodes between now and then, we might have like dedicated episodes to like some of these guys, like really just taking like a deep look into them. So just let us know if you guys would like to see that content like coming in the future. We can definitely put that together for you. Let's see what else we have. We need pass rushers. Yeah, Brandon says we need pass rushers with that dog in them. Absolutely. JTV says, what exactly does play like a Raven mean?
You want to tell him? I mean,
you can go ahead and answer that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just no nonsense. Every single snap given it, not 100%, 110%. And, just none of that BS, none of that Antonio Brown antics, I would say. I mean, you definitely throw that in there. And playing until that whistle blows. That's what it means to play like a Raven. If I missed anything, you can let me know. But that was kind of like the gist of it.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much hit the nail on the head, man. You hit the nail on the head. Just being relentless, just going out there and, like you said, giving it your all, and just knowing, being that guy, that beacon of, I don't want to say light, just energy on the team.
Yes.
Playing like a Raven, it comes with a lot of energy. Bring your own energy.
Yeah, BYOE.
Right. Greg Smooth says aggressive, tough, respected. Exactly. Yeah, all those things. We hope that answers your question.
And our guy Click says it basically means be the opposite of Earl Thomas III. Fair enough.
Absolutely. Yes.
Fair enough. I
like that. Let's see what else we have from you guys. Actually, let's move into the next prospect here. The next one is going to be defensive end Gregory Rousseau, Miami. I saw our guy Ramey bring him up as well. He plays on the same team as Jalen Phillips. His stat line is as follows. His 2020 stats, he opted out. But in 2019, he played 13 games, had 54 tackles, 19 and a half tackles for loss, and 15 and a half sacks. What's his build?
6'7", 265.
6'7". Just say that again. Say that again one more time.
6'7", 265 pounds.
Isn't Calais Campbell 6'7"?
I think he's a little bit taller. Let me see. Let's check this out.
Calais Campbell's huge.
He's 6'8".
6'8". Okay, so this guy is pretty much the same size as Calais Campbell. Like, think about that for a second.
I need one more thing. Is his voice as deep? That's the only thing I need to know next. Let's see that deep ass voice.
Yeah. Wow. So let's see. What
He's
you guys saying?
20 years old.
20. Wow. Young buck. Ramey says, yeah, it's a great pick. 2K Crossover says he's overrated. Cameron says he's not falling to us. Wasn't impressed with his film, says Emmanuel Sapa. So we got some mixed reviews. I like this. Campbell clone. He's a dog. Ramey says his edge number 1. Asmodeus. Shout out to Asmodeus coming through. Appreciate you, bro. He says, and he's from Miami. I'm sold. 2K Crossover again says his film was bad. We're gonna have to take a look at this.
Here's some notables. He fractured his right ankle in the first game of the 2018 season. He missed the rest of that year. Then he opted out of the 2020 season due to COVID-19. So I see why people are questioning it.
Yeah. I mean, if he, man, I wouldn't be mad at it. Just know I wouldn't be mad at it if we made this pick. Ramey says, let Calais Campbell mentor him and dangerous things could happen. Oh, that's true. That's true. They're the same size. Like, they're the same build. You don't think that Calais Campbell would have all the knowledge in the world for this guy on how to, be a beast in the league?
I'm just going to just read you this. He's a good run defender who displayed good functional strength at the point of attack. That sounds like somebody we have on the Ravens, too, who we're just talking about. So, yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we will see. Nickelodeon says, does he have concussion problems?
I don't see anything in here. Let me check.
Maybe I have to look into that too. Yeah. So, Adit Mahmood says everybody wanting Russell. Remember Bronson Kafusi a few years ago?
Unfortunately, I do. I remember. He's playing a tight end now. He's actually got signed to the Packers as their practice squad tight end.
Wow.
That turned out great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude couldn't get a sack in the preseason. That was a waste of a pick. Wow.
I see some people saying he's a raw talent, but definitely with some time, he could probably come around. Hopefully, we can get guys with a preseason, OTAs, training camp, all that good stuff. Yeah. So our guys who are coming in with that raw talent, they can have time to be meshed into our system. So we're going to move on to the next one, guys. Let's see who we have. That's actually it.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
That's it. So we completed it.
I'd be down to take maybe one or two of what the Rain Gang wants us to look at, and we can move on to our next topic if you want to. I think that was a pretty good little segment we had.
Yeah, it was. So, I mean, was there anybody else that you guys wanted to? We'll take like one or two prospects that you guys have in mind. You guys see the question down there. We'll bring those guys up. I'll do a quick little search on them. We'll bring up their build, bring up things like that. So
let's chat about them.
Let's see. Cameron Nichols is first to the punch. He says Hamilcar Rashed Jr.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see what that is about.
And I see Aziz. Is that yep, outside linebacker from Georgia. We'll do him next.
Okay. So we'll do those two. And then for now, guys, we're going to move on. There's going to be more videos in the future where we'll cover like everybody that you guys want us to, talk about. As a matter of fact, if there are guys that you want us to get to specifically, go ahead and put it in the comment section. So not in the chat section, put in the comment section so we can, we can hold on to that and we can get to it later.
Yes.
Let's see. So Hamilcar Rashed Jr., I'm sure you guys can see on the screen here. Just a quick little Google search. I'm a 23-year-old kid. He is 6'4", 238, and a linebacker for the Oregon State. So would have to see like his stats from last year. Let me see if I can find his stats.
I want either Pro Football Network or ESPN should have him.
Yeah, I'm looking at ESPN here. So in 2020 season, let's see.
Did he play a game like opt out?
I'm not sure. The 2020 season, you guys can see the stat line here. Total tackles, 23 tackles total, 15 solo, 8 assisted, no sacks, 1 pass defensed. I'm not sure, like I said, exactly how many games he played. But if you look at some of his prior seasons, in 2019 he had 14 sacks, which is amazing. 2018 he had 2.5, so a little bit all over the place there. Another guy we'll probably have to take a closer look at. He is a senior. He's finishing out his college career there. So, he does have a little bit of experience. He might be a guy that, if we were to draft or wherever he does go, he might be like a plug and play.
Cameron says he only played 5 games this season. So that makes sense.
Okay.
Ooh, no sacks. Oof.
Okay. So what else? So what was the other one?
It was Aziz Ojulari from Georgia.
I see. Okay. So we'll bring up his stats. So he had 22 solo tackles, 8.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles in 2020. No interceptions.
Okay.
Coming from out of Georgia, very good conference there that they play in. I think that's pretty impressive stats. He tied for 8th in sacks. Coming off the COVID.
Yeah, 2019 year, his sack was the same. He was consistent with it.
Right, and that's what you like to see, really.
Yes.
And could be potentially a good pick. He's another one that we'll have to keep our eyes on. He's currently, sophomore in the class right now in this class, so it'll be interesting. We'll keep our eye on him. Aziz Ojulari.
Yes.
Aziz Ojulari.
It's a
little bit of a tongue twister. Got it right though. Aziz Ojulari. Cool. So. All right, guys, so that is going to conclude our draft talk for the night. We're going to go ahead and move on to some other things tonight that we have to talk about. We can talk about our guy. How about let's talk about our guy, Brandon Williams?
Okay.
Let's talk about some cap casualties.
Why don't we? I'm with it. I hate it. Why would you even want to cut him in the first place? What sense does that bring?
Yeah.
What is the point of it?
As you guys can see, as you guys can see in the description down below for the Ravens cap casualties, Brandon Williams, he would give the Ravens the most cap relief if we were to cut him, and that's going to be $7.5 million in cap space. Followed by Calais Campbell at $6 million, and then LJ Ford following him at 2.25, and then Deshaun Elliott and somebody else, and Patrick Ricard. Pat Ricard after him. It was just, right. Yeah. So, I mean, what do you make of all this, Alex? Do you think that the Ravens should maybe move on from Brandon Williams just to free up some cap space to help out in other areas? Like, because I mean, Derek Wolfe, he proved his worth last season. He really did. You don't think Derek Wolfe, Calais Campbell, and a Justin Madubuike might be able to get it done without B. Will, big baby? We save a couple $1 million. What do you think about that? Rain Gang, what do you guys think about that as well?
If you want Brandon Williams to not be Raven next year, you don't watch football. Just say it. You don't watch it, because when he is out, think about even last year, week 4, you were at that game against the Browns. What did Nick Chubb do to us?
He gashed us all day long. And
I know we had, we brought in Calais, brought in Derek Wolfe, but they're the Monstars for a reason. What made it so effective against the Titans was we had so many substitutions. People weren't tired. That's why we held the King to 40 yards. Yeah. And you got to keep that depth in order to, because teams are just going to get better running the ball. Look at the Browns. We need him to play the Browns.
Yeah.
They have Chubb and Hunt. So getting rid of him would probably be one of the stupidest decisions we can make this offseason. Simple as that.
No. I know he's 32. So it's like, if we don't get... Yeah, what's up?
You could free up space by signing him to an extension.
Yes. And that was the argument that a lot of people I saw were making. If we can try to get him to an extension and bring like his yearly down a little bit lower to free up some cap space, that would benefit the Ravens. So maybe they get that done. Hopefully they get that done. I think that's something I'm in full agreement with you, Alex. I'm in full agreement with the Rain Gang on this one. We gotta hold on to Brandon Williams. Like, the Monstars is something that we just gotta have. We need to have it, because there's just too many running backs that can just ruin our day. Yeah. Nick Chubb, we got to play Nick Chubb twice a year. We know we're probably gonna have to play Derrick Henry at some point, in the season, whether it be playoffs. I don't think we play them next season in the regular season, though. We don't, right?
Yeah, after that. I'm looking forward to it, though.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to it, absolutely. Just real quick here, see what you guys are saying about this in the chat here. Real quick, Denise Davis says, "What's up, Purple Rain Gang? Just checking in. Been tuning in on my drive home. Everything sounds good. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Absolutely." Asmodeus, our guy Asmodeus says, "Extend him. Big Baby is a core member of the defense." Absolutely agree.
I think Jimmy Smith to the secondary is Brandon Williams to the front line. If that makes sense. I think when Jimmy Smith is in the game, you can tell when he's in. Yeah. And then when Brandon Williams is out, you can tell when he's out. So I think he's making a lot of money. Just sign him to an extension. Try to lower that number down, but don't cut him. You cannot.
Yeah. Let's see. Deshaun91 brings up a point here. He says, "We have Justin Madubuike and Calais is still there. Plus, he's only playing on 25% of the defensive snaps. I love Brandon Williams, but he's not going to catch touchdown passes for Lamar." Now, is he really only playing 25% of the defensive snaps?
I know it's not a lot of them. But
yeah, I thought it might have been a little bit more than that. But 25%, if that's totally true, which, I don't know. He brings up a valid point. That's a valid point.
That is, yeah.
It's a valid point. So, I don't know, man. Like you said, we have Madubuike. It really just depends on Madubuike's development.
I also think Broderick Washington, too, because we didn't see a lot out of him last year either. I would like to keep him this year, and we can kind of see what he's doing after that.
Yeah.
But there's just too many question marks with him not there.
Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Unknown Goat says, "I think they should restructure his contract."
We've already done it twice.
Yeah. We can't cut him. $7 million is a lot, but it's Big Baby. Yeah, you're right. Click One says, "Remember when he wasn't there against the Patriots this year and we let Damian Harris run all over us?"
They ran all over us.
That was painful. The first half of that Patriots game was just painful.
Even Cam Newton was running over us.
Exactly. It's so painful as a Ravens fan watching another team just run the ball down our throat. Like, it's so painful to watch, because we're so used to stuffing the run and doing that to teams. Exactly. So just getting it done to us it sucks. It sucked. Let's see what else we have from you guys here. Okay, Lunch Break Hot Take is in the building. Shout out to Lunch Break Hot Take. Make sure you guys go follow them or subscribe to them rather on YouTube. Jose and Brodney, they have great content coming out. NFL, NBA, MMA, UFC, boxing news and stuff like that. So make sure you guys go subscribe to them as well. Great channel. They also have a podcast that's really good. I was listening to it the other day. I love their podcast. Let's see. Brandon Williams can't be the only defensive tackle on this team that can stop the run. At some point, we have to develop other guys. Yeah.
We do have to.
Yeah.
But absolutely. I just don't trust us developing those guys until he's out of the game and the run stopping game looks good. Because whenever he's out, it just looks absolutely just awful.
You're right. Ramey says there are just so many alternatives to free up cap space before cutting Brandon Williams. Why not just do restructures and extensions rather than cutting B. Will? In full agreement again. I agree with you. Yeah. Just appreciate you guys, all you guys' participation tonight as well. Like, you guys are really making it easy on us with all these comments and stuff like that. And, like I said, we love to chop it up with you guys and go back and forth. Let's see. Jay Bird says, the thing is most people want the number one receiver, not realizing that we would have to give up so much on defense to where our run game would be, and I can't see that emoji on here, but I assume it's a negative emoji.
Yeah, it's like the painful emoji.
Yeah, I figure. Yeah. So, let's see. All right. So, yeah, man. I mean, Big Baby, he's one of the ones that I think we have to keep. The other ones on that list, Calais Campbell, yes, of course. LJ Fort.
I actually was talking about this on Twitter with somebody. I was like, what is the point in getting rid of LJ Fort? Do you really trust 2 second-year linebackers? Like, I just don't. As much as I love Patrick Queen and Malik Harrison, you need to have that veteran presence. And Chris Board is not that veteran presence that we need. He's a veteran on the special teams, not on the defense.
Yeah.
I'm just, to be flat out honest, and if we saw what Makari did because there was fans at the stadium, I don't want these rookies to have fans at the stadium and kind of just like not know what to do when it's too loud. So that's why I think you need a guy like LJ Fort still on the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Kaylee Sports, just bring up what he says here. He says, I love Brandon Williams. He's a great run defender, and I would love to keep him on the team, but you only cut him if you feel comfortable with Justin Madubuike taking that next step. Look at Henry in both games.
Henry was shut down for the most part in the first game, then he broke out against because we didn't have that depth, and our defense just got tired. That's
right. Yeah. Absolutely. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that the front office of the Ravens, they have to work out. Hopefully, the hope is that we don't have too many cap casualties. We know there are going to be some guys. We're not going to get into next season with all our same guys. Somebody's going to be let go. That's just how the game works. So, we'll see what happens. And, of course, here on the Purple Rain podcast, you'll get all the latest updates. We'll be covering it. Or actually, we should start covering stuff on our Instagram, too. We're going to start putting, like, little clips. Remember when we were doing that during the season? We'll bring that back. We're going to start posting ourselves on the Purple Rain podcast Instagram, live reactions and stuff like that. So make sure you follow us on Instagram. It's right above my head here.
Do I have to say it again?
Yeah, I think you do.
The kids aren't going to eat. They're not going to eat. I'm sorry. So you need to follow. If we don't get 100 followers by tonight, they aren't eating again. This will be the third straight episode they're not eating.
Oof. For the kids. Like the video. For the kids. Hashtag for the kids. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new here, if you're watching, if you're enjoying the content so far. We're about almost an hour into this episode. Thank you guys for joining, by the way. Subscribe. Like I said, if you're new, we appreciate you guys for coming through. Yes. Let's see. All right. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our next little piece of information here. Not really rumors or news. Well, actually, no, we'll get to this first. Okay. Big Ben.
We're looking at somebody right now. We're looking at you.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
There's actually a guy with Big Ben in his profile picture somewhere in the chat. Let me know if you guys find him. Let me know if you guys see him in there. Or if you know who it is, call him out. Because we want to get his opinion on this. But the Steelers, they restructured the final year of Ben Roethlisberger's contract, and he goes from making $19 million a year, this year, to making $14 million coming up this year. So, do you guys like this move by the Steelers? Like, what did you think about it? I see our guy Boz is in the chat. He says, Ben the GOAT.
There he is.
Ben the GOAT. Yeah, man. Nah. I get it. I get it coming from the Steelers standpoint because it's just like, what else do you do at quarterback? If you move off of Ben, what else do you do this year?
You know who we're gonna say. It's gonna be Haskins. They're gonna throw Haskins back there.
Ooh.
But you're right. It's who do they have? I mean, Rudolph didn't do anything. He got whacked in the head by Myles Garrett and got his head taken off by Earl Thomas when he was the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
And then I think did they get Josh Dobbs back? I'm pretty sure. I think they have Dobbs too. And then you got Dwayne Haskins. So do they draft a quarterback this year? Day 2, day 3?
That would be interesting. That would be very interesting if they did. It's just like, for me, you're going to hold on to Ben for another year. So you're basically telling us that you want to be contenders again. Because if you hold on to Ben, chances are, you know what I'm saying, he'll probably get you to like a 9-7, 10-6 record, maybe 11-5. The Steelers get off to a decent start like they did, last year. Their last year's start wasn't even decent. It was just amazing. They started off 11-0, I think. Yeah. But you're going to let Haskins sit behind him, and you're basically saying that after Ben retires, Haskins is the next generation quarterback in Pittsburgh. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling me by making this move, Pittsburgh? Because that's what it's given. That's really what it's given, man. I'm
looking at their GM Kevin Colbert. What are you doing? You gotta let us know, because there's a lot of guys you got. I mean, they're lose Bud Dupree. It looks like is JuJu coming back, and we're gonna get to that. Don't worry. It's just a little bit of question marks going on there in the Steel City. I mean, this is one of them solved right now, but there's it reminds me of the ending of the Flacco days with the Ravens. You just didn't know like who was going to take over. So they might surprise us here. If a quarterback is available when they're drafting, I wouldn't be surprised them taking the quarterback day 1, because they need it.
Absolutely. Because like I said, I mean, I think somebody brought it up in the chat. Engad says, shout out to Engad for joining the stream tonight. He
my
says,
guy, yes.
Yeah. He said, wait, did I pronounce it right?
I hope so.
Okay, cool. Me too. He says Haskins is their solution. Don't really see that being their solution, man. I just don't.
Well, he's a Washington football team fan. That's why he says it.
Okay. I see. Andrew Sakar says, we love to see it as Ravens fans. Hey, man, another year of Ben Roethlisberger being last in the league in yards per attempt. Anyone? Can't really throw the ball down the field anymore. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what they're expecting out of this season. It's like, why not? Why put Ben in there? You're not going to win a Super Bowl. The Steelers are not going to win a Super Bowl this year coming up. I just don't think that they're there yet.
Boz. Look away.
I'm sorry, Boz.
Take the AirPods out.
I'm sorry, Boz. And it's just like you doing this deal with Ben Roethlisberger for 1 year, for one more year. It's like, are you banking on him getting you to the Super Bowl? Is that what you're banking on? Because after this, you're probably going to have an average season, subpar, not high enough to pick an all-time generational quarterback in the draft next year. Probably just good enough to pick, maybe some second-rate quarterback in the draft or whatever. But you're basically saying you're going with Haskins, and I just don't agree.
Their center retired. They need a new center now.
Yeah, exactly.
we both need a center. So Creed Humphrey could be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Maybe.
Come in 2 months, which is pretty scary to think of. So I don't even know.
Yeah.
They just have some issues going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll continue to monitor this. I mean, it's kind of all said and done now with Ben Roethlisberger's contract, but it'll be interesting to see how they carry next season. What do they do? Because if it were me, I would probably just cut Ben, stick with Dwayne Haskins for a year. Hey, if we're bad, we're bad. We're going to get a high draft pick. It's about the long game. It's a marathon, not a sprint in this league. Yes. Like, you're not going to win the Super Bowl every season. And this move right here, them signing Ben to going from 19 mil to 14 mil the last year of his deal, it's giving me very much like desperate. Like, you don't need to do this. Like, you're probably not going to win this year. Yeah. Just, take your loss and just build from there. So I don't know. Feels like they're delaying their process. I've always said that the Steelers are ready for their next generation QB. Don't think that Dwayne Haskins is it.
Neither do I. I remember a report that came out after the Ravens beat them in Week 4. He was in the locker room flaunting that he threw for like 300 yards against us, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was a blowout. That was garbage time. That was literally garbage time yards, and that just doesn't sit right with me. So
hopefully Mike Tomlin can get him straight.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. And guess says that's the pronunciation. Thank you. Cool. Just had to make sure.
No, he put it in the chat. It's on God, basically.
Oh, it's on God. On God.
Yeah.
Okay. On God. I got you. On God. I like that. Ryan Bollinger says, thank you guys for all you do. Thank you, Ryan, for joining the stream. Thank all you guys for joining the stream tonight. We really do appreciate it. If you're watching live, well, not live. If you're watching the replay afterwards, we appreciate you just as much. Make sure you guys like the video. I don't know how many likes we're at right now, but like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We'd appreciate it. Follow us on Instagram too. Let's see.
Please. We are at, let me check how many likes we're at. 62.
Okay.
62
like
likes.
check.
So thank you.
62 likes. Cool. Maybe we can get a couple more. Let's get a couple more going, guys, please.
Why not?
All right. Let's see what else we have going on here. Next little bit of news.
Okay. Not news.
We have
not
news.
Speculation.
You guys know, same difference. Up here, JuJu to the Ravens.
Uh-oh.
What are you guys thinking about that now?
TikTok boy?
Break this down, Alex. Break this down for us. What happened? Why are Ravens fans talking about JuJu maybe coming to the Ravens?
It's just Ravens fans just blowing things out of proportion per usual. You know them. So basically, there was a tweet from the ESPN reporter Mina Kimes, and she said, "If I was Baltimore, I would make a run at JuJu Smith-Schuster. Tough, solid blocker, reliable in the middle, good fit." As it came out earlier this week that the expectations the Ravens would not pursue either Allen Robinson or Kenny Galladay. So that's all it really was. And then Dan Orlovsky, the dude who ran out of the back of the end zone for a safety, said, yeah, which I don't take any of his takes serious because he has no type of awareness. He agrees with it. So now I disagree with it. So I just saw that. Yeah. No.
So no, you're not a fan of JuJu to Baltimore?
I'm not a fan. I mean, I wouldn't hate it. My only issue is, bro, get off of TikTok. Like that we don't do that here. We do not do that. We go on Instagram Live if we beat a team. Well, we don't go on TikTok. No.
Right. That's not playing like a Raven. No.
I mean, I know a couple of Ravens have TikTok, but they don't, add football with it together. They don't dance on the logos. No. Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Ramey says this. He says, I'll say it. JuJu is a perfect fit in Baltimore. Perfect fit? Let's hear the reasoning. Ramey, let's hear the reasoning behind JuJu being a perfect fit. Because everybody I see a lot of you guys saying no. Asmodeus is throwing up to the thought of having JuJu on the Ravens. JuJu got no spot in Baltimore. Okay. Wow. Cameron Nichols says he will be a pretty good fit on the Ravens. I don't know. What's his I don't know if he because what need does he fill in our receiving core? Answer me that.
I mean, Boykin can block. Marquise Brown has speed.
Right.
I mean, he can catch the ball. He had over 100 catches, I think, twice in his career, which I would love that, but he's not going to get the ball as much as he would like to. Yeah, I don't.
Adit Mahmood says T. Martin was actually his college
That's
coach.
A great point. I forget about that. See, now that kind of gives me hope. See, now you're starting to open my mind up a little bit.
Unknown Goat says he can play slot.
He can.
Getting JuJu in there to play slot, I mean, of course, it would mean bumping down Devin Duvernay, guys like James Prochet another year. Do you like that, or do you like JuJu coming in, or do you want to develop our guys?
I want to develop our guys, but we need somebody else in there too. We can't expect year two guys to make a huge difference when some have, but they're just not the ones to make that huge difference in year two. Okay.
So the report is that we probably aren't going to be getting Allen Robinson. We probably won't be getting Kenny Galladay. Okay. So
how much would he want?
Another good question.
Like he has caught probably more balls on the team than I think all of our receivers combined. If we're gonna be honest, like I would like to pull it up. How many Marquise and Boykin and Duvernay have caught compared to JuJu? I think JuJu's probably caught more than all of them combined.
Yeah. Let's see. Tyreek TV says, Corvette or not, he's a good fit anywhere. Who's not taking JuJu? Shout out to you, Tyreek, for joining the live stream. He says, yeah, wow. I mean, solid point. I mean, he is a good receiver. We'll give him that for sure. It's just kind of like the distractions things. It just doesn't seem like he's a good philosophical fit for the Ravens. Just, I don't know how well he would fit in our locker room. Just don't know. Yeah. Especially him coming from the Steelers. Jay Bird says he can cover the middle of the field. That's literally what we don't do. Hollywood is outside. Boykin throws it up. I mean, we have Mark Andrews.
We need somebody to help him just get
we need somebody to help.
Triple coverage off of him, man.
Yeah, you're right. Ramey says JuJu does all the dirty work in the trenches along with being a great pass catcher. He is physical, he moves the chains, and he grabs those 50-50 balls that we need.
Yeah, that's true.
JuJu to the Ravens.
I saw something that was like, he's just being himself. His off the field stuff is very forced to me. It feels super forced just for like attention. Is that true? Yeah. I think that's because like when he was cool when he came. I liked him when he came in the league. Then like he kind of forced it after that.
It does kind of feel that way. Sometimes. I think everybody was a big fan of JuJu while he was, number 2 to Antonio Brown a couple years ago.
I was team JuJu when like him and AB had it was just AB having beef with him. I was like, that guy did nothing wrong, but yeah.
Ramey brings up another good point here. He says if JuJu wasn't a Steeler or a TikTok boy, Ravens fans would be all over this.
For me, if take the TikTok boy out, I don't even care if he's a Steeler. Because I like that even more because he gets to play him twice a year. I'm all for taking a division rival.
So let's see what else we have here from you guys. Rush says no Corey Davis from what it's looking like. Well, I mean, let me ask you guys this. Would you rather have JuJu or would you rather have Corey Davis?
Ooh. That's it. Because Corey Davis didn't really have numbers until A.J. Brown got there. And he'd be our number 1 here. JuJu's production dipped off when AB left.
This is true.
Not the reception, but the yards. They went shorter. That's ooh. And just the money, too. It's the money, how much they both want.
Yeah, that's a fact. I see the Rain Gang chiming in here. On God says Corey Davis is Modius Corey Davis. Jonathan Washington, same. JuJu Deshaun 91 says is better than Davis. He's done well. He does more and he blocks way better. Okay.
See, the blocking is probably what the Ravens would literally just go crazy over too. They love their blocking receivers. Yeah.
I see we're kind of mixed. It's a mixed bag of opinions on this. I like this. Corey Davis. Okay. A lot of you guys are saying Corey Davis, though. Jonathan Washington Jr. says Corey Davis can do the same thing that JuJu can do. The only difference is not about all the talking. He just plays. Yeah. That's true. It'd be very interesting nonetheless. I mean, we have to. Weird. It is. And it starts in 11 days. So you guys know the Purple Rain podcast will be following very, very closely. Very, very closely. All the free agency updates, especially dealing with the Ravens and things like that. But JuJu to the Ravens would be interesting. I wouldn't be mad at it, but I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't necessarily love it either. You know what I mean? It'd be like, okay. I feel like I would have to get excited about it either way, though.
Yeah, it's a receiver. It's a receiver,
right?
And he's proven himself. He catches a lot of balls, which our guys here, they had their dropping issues, but
yeah. Agreed. So yeah, that's JuJu to the Ravens. The only other piece of news we had, my guy Alex was looking at. He was showing me something from earlier. I don't know if you want to read those tweets back. It was about our guy Russell Wilson, right?
Yeah, I have the screenshots. Let me pull it up. This all just came out right before. So the rift between Russell Wilson and the Seahawks is happening because Wilson believes he's a top 5 quarterback all time. Not right now, all time. And he also believes that he isn't currently even viewed as a top 10 quarterback all time. He thinks Seattle is holding him back with certain decisions, personnel, and scheme. The issue between the two sides is because now after Pete Carroll gave him full reign of the offense in 2020, Russell couldn't maintain the high level of success we have seen. The second half of 2020 was a turnover-filled mess, so they no longer trust him to be the focal point. So now we have a Russell versus Pete standoff, but let's not forget, Carroll was criticized for years for being too nice to Russell. So now the dynamic has shifted the other way. Wilson wants to play in an offense that allows him to look like an MVP quarterback, and his own team does not trust him. Bro, top 5 all time. I love the confidence, but
it's like, come on, man, really? Top 5 all time?
Oh my goodness!
That's yeah, that's a little bit much.
Yeah.
Now, what he said was interesting because I mean Russell Wilson wants to be on a team where they can maximize his potential and he can kind of be the guy. What?
You are in a much better situation than some quarterbacks right now.
That's true.
Not the line, but the receivers he has, bro.
Well, I think it's more so of just like him and Pete Carroll are at odds. They're at odds.
Yeah.
Like they don't see eye to eye. They're not seeing eye to eye anymore. Pretty much ever since that Super Bowl, that second Super Bowl that they were so close to winning.
Malcolm Butler.
Yeah, it seems like since then they've never really gotten back to that form, that level, that synergy, that chemistry between the two. So, we know Pete Carroll, like his philosophy is these days he's, run heavy guy, try to get the defense, invest in the defense a little bit. But Russell Wilson, he wants to go to a place where he can really shine. Now, the best place for him to do that, and it was one of the places that he said he might want to go, Dallas,
Yeah.
Dallas, they've got all the weapons. They got the talent.
The line.
They've got exactly the line. They've got the money. Jerry Jones Jerry Jones has control over that franchise. He could tell,
That's their biggest downfall right there.
Exactly. Yeah, it is. It is. But I mean, I really think that he could tell Mike McCarthy, like, hey, listen, we got Russell Wilson. This isn't Dak no more.
Yeah.
This guy's won a Super Bowl. Let's give him the keys and see if we can win a Super Bowl now while we can. You know what I mean? So I definitely think that is something that could happen. But can you imagine that, though? Russell Wilson going to Dallas? You know how huge that would be?
Bro, that would be wild. I think Skip Bayless would be, you couldn't even watch him. He would just go crazy.
Oh, my goodness. That would be crazy. Yeah. Yeah, man. But what do you guys think about Russell Wilson going to maybe or potentially leaving Seattle? I mean, it's seeming like.
How about this?
It's possible.
Can we see Pete Carroll gone? I mean, if there truly is a rift, I mean, who do you side with?
I don't see Pete Carroll gone, only because I know the franchise right now. I know their owner had passed, and now I think it's his daughter who is kind of in charge of things, and she doesn't have her hand too closely in all the football stuff, and I don't think that she would get rid of Pete Carroll, the coach, before they would try to figure out something to get rid of Russell Wilson and get something big in return. I just don't see it.
JuJu Smith time in Seattle? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, maybe not Geno Smith. I don't know about that. But they might try to pick up somebody else. But I don't know. I don't know, man. But the saying, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you think this is to happen? Russell Wilson leaving Seattle?
A 4. I mean, I don't.
4.
It's just like it's not really coming from the big reporters yet. So I'm not really. I just feel like it's just kind of just hype for the offseason. It's like a storyline at this point. Because we haven't heard anything.
It's definitely a storyline.
I don't know how I feel about it.
But I don't know, man. It's just like.
Can you imagine if Russell goes to a new team before Deshaun? Can you just?
Oof. Yeah.
If I'm Watson, I would just sit out. Take the fines, just sit out.
Houston is really they're really doing him dirty. Andrew Sakar, he answers the question. He said about 25% chance that were to happen. Russell Wilson leaving. 2K Crossover says 2. Seems like you guys don't really think that Russell Wilson is going anywhere. That, that's probably what's going to happen, more than likely.
Yeah.
They'll hold on to Russ, but I don't know, man. Like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Raimi says just going to be real. Russell Wilson isn't going anywhere.
It would be stupid. It's not like it's like with Tom Brady being a free agent. He's still under contract. I don't think he's going anywhere. It's just kind of weird to see this whole report come out about him. You never heard about him before. He was super quiet. Never really good.
But now he's kind of forcing his hand. Mm-hmm. He's not happy. So. Yeah, we'll see we'll keep a very close eye on that and see what happens with that through this off season. But was there anything else that we wanted to get to tonight, Alex?
I saw our guy On God said, I like that. I always say On God as it is, but he said they could pick up Alex Smith to patch things up, and my guy K-Dog mentioned a good point last episode. But Alex Smith could go to Jacksonville. Just hear me out. Who was the coach at Jacksonville? Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
Who was Alex Smith's college coach? Urban Meyer. He went 12-0 with him. Number 1 pick. That was like that. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, you can have a veteran guy to help Trevor Lawrence out.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah. So just got to get that out there. But I think that's all I got, unless they want the ranking would say anything.
Yeah. So let's see. Yep. I agree. As Modi says, I agree. Watson should sit out if he doesn't get traded. Click One says less than 1% chance of Russell Wilson leaving Seattle. Let's see. Christopher Swain says, do you guys think if Bud Dupree becomes a free agent, do the Ravens sign him?
I think he's out of our price. If Judon is out of our price range, I think so is Dupree.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, I definitely think he would demand a little bit more money than we're willing to spend right now. Let's see.
Oh, real quick. Okay, after Kyle Van Noy. Kyle Van Noy. They're looking to trade him. His contract is a little steep, but I would love to have him on Baltimore.
What's his contract?
It was like 4 years, 50-some mil. I think he made 12 mil his first year. Because he has 30 mil guaranteed, so they can't if they just release him. I mean, that's a lot of dead money.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't think that's it. That's the move there.
If they cut him,
then
you like crab cakes, you like seafood. Come on.
Just depends on how much money that they would command. And Graven Videos is in the house.
Thank you.
Yeah, he says Bud would cost too much for Baltimore. Yeah, we're in agreement there. But shout out to Engraven Videos again. We shouted him out earlier in the video. Yeah, just doing huge things for the Ravens YouTube community. So, I'm sure you guys know that he was on live stream with Hollywood Brown yesterday, which is the Soldier, which is super cool. Stuff with us and Engraven probably coming out in the future. Be on the lookout for that as well. And so just big shout out to Engraven Videos. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to him if you are not already. Absolutely. So, yeah. But I think now, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into our question segment of the night. Yes. This is one of my favorites. Yeah. My favorite. The question segment where you guys, the Rain Gang, you guys can ask us any question that you have. It can be questions for us, about us. It can be questions about the Ravens. It could be questions about any other NFL team, any other sport, life, music, food, random stuff, whatever. Just ask us anything that you want, and we're going to bring it up on screen and, basically answer them. So, yeah. While you guys are doing that, let's see if I can pull up. Yeah. Unknown Goat says, YouTube team, keep it clean. Big shout out to team Keep It Clean.
I try to keep it clean on this podcast, but sometimes I just get a little too passionate about things, especially when it comes to the Browns. You guys know how I feel about them.
Yeah, let's see. All right, so 2K crossover 21, he kicks it off. He says, how tall are y'all? So, myself, I am 5'10" inches tall.
I'm a short king. I'm 5'7". I'm a short.
That's not that short. 5'7" is not that short.
Yeah,
it's really not. But yeah, we're similar height. We're similar heights. Let's see what else we have here. Ryan Bollinger says, well, no, he says that's not a question. I'm sorry. Let's see. Asmodeus says having to put.
Oh no! No! We're not doing this. No, we're not doing this.
A Goliath spider or huntsman spider. Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Hey man, why are we something? Yeah.
Are we really doing this again?
I mean, it's our guy Asmodeus. We got to pull it up. For Asmodeus. And you guys are going to see this too. So if you're squeamish about spiders and stuff like that, just be prepared. Be prepared. So first we're going to look up a Goliath spider. I can only imagine.
While you're pulling it up, my guy On God said, what do I think? What do we think of the Washington football team? I think their future is like super bright. They get a solid quarterback. That defense is stout. They got weapons on the offense. We talked about it before. They got weapons on the offense. Right. I'm expecting them to win the NFC East next year. Honestly, even with Dak healthy, I'm going with them.
Well, that's not a bad take. That's not a bad take. I mean, their defense is really good. I think they're only going to be better next season. And we'll see. The only thing I'm kind of iffy about them on is quarterback situation. We'll see what they do there. We'll see how Heineke performs, and if that is the guy that they're going to be going with. But for now, I'm going to show you guys this Goliath spider. We're going to see which one we would rather pet.
Oh boy, bro! Oh my Yo.
So these are huge spiders, very big. They look a little bit hairy too. Those are the worst ones. Those are the worst ones.
Unlike Ryan Shazier.
Yeah. So let's see. So that's a Goliath spider. Let's look up the Huntsman spider.
Bro,
see what that's looking like. Oh,
bro, why y'all? How do you guys know about these spiders, man?
Right, like this. Oh, that looks very intimidating. I'm gonna go with the first one. I'd rather pet the Goliath because this looks like
pet. Oh my god.
This looks like if Kevin Durant were a spider, and I don't like it.
Why would you want to pet a spider in the first place?
Yeah.
That's just like. No.
All right. Enough of that. Enough of spiders. Okay. Moving right along here. Mr. Rose says, simply AS10, what is your major?
Mass communication and journalism, but I don't want to write. I'm probably gonna switch it maybe like PR or like I don't want to write. Writing is not the most, honestly, for like no.
Or multimedia. Could be editor.
Exactly.
You know. Let's see. Ramey says Emmanuel Sanders is rumored to get released in the next few days. Thoughts as a vet in Baltimore? It's a Ravens move.
Very Raven. I would take it over Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Emmanuel Sanders. What was his stats from last season? Real quick, can we pull those up?
I can pull it up. I got you.
Yeah. Let's see. I'd be interested to know. Real quick. Jay Bird says, how old are you guys? So I am 25 years old.
I am 22. Last year, 61 receptions, 726 yards, 5 touchdowns. And that was with Michael Thomas out, too. So he was their number one primarily for most of the season.
Okay. But again, wouldn't be mad at it if we can get him, at a really, really good price. Then, hey, why not? But like I said, it's a very Ravens move. So, yeah. Not opposed to it. Kaylee Sports says, can you guys pull up the NBA All-Star Draft results and discuss that? Did it already happen? I don't know what. Let's see. NBA All-Star Draft. We got you, KLA. Let's see. Player pool. I don't know. Did it already happen? I don't think it already happened. I might be wrong. The All-Star Draft 44 minutes ago. So yeah, it did. Let's see. I'm gonna pull that up for you guys. Let's see what happens here. And they do have a list. Oh god. Don't you hate when like you're browsing the website and it's like, yo, you have on ad blocker. You got to turn off ad blocker. Yeah. It's like, no, I have this for a reason. I don't want to see ads. Yeah, so I mean, dang, I guess I gotta take off my ad blocker. Please, nobody hack me right now.
Yeah, my ad blocker, pulling up right now, it's blocked over 94,000 items. The best thing I've ever done is like getting the ad blocker.
Yeah, and I think I got ad blocker probably when I was like 13 or something like that.
I know I did. I just got it this past year.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up this list for you guys, and we'll talk about the teams.
Perfect.
Let's see. Have it right here. Team LeBron. Cool. There we go. So, scrolling down here, I guess they picked tonight. Let's go down to the full. Yeah, here we go. Full results. So, you have Team LeBron and Team Durant.
Okay.
So, the starters are going to be as follow. So, you got Giannis Antetokounmpo on Team LeBron, Stephen Curry, Luka Doncic, and Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
And then of course LeBron James, which is, hey, that's a good team right there. You got a lot of, Stephen Curry, Luka Doncic is like, he's all time just phenomenal player. Like he's really like he's balling. He's a prototype type player. I can't wait to see him play for years to come in Dallas. Just how cool, calm, and collected. I think he's only 22. Yeah, he's only like 22. Young. Super young. He's had multiple game winners. I don't know what he's averaging at the moment, but I know he's putting up some pretty good numbers, and he doesn't even think he's performing to his highest standards. So we'll see what we got coming out of him soon. But Nikola Jokic, also, look, another MVP candidate. Solid, very, very solid lineup there. And then you see the on Team Kevin Durant, he has Kyrie Irving, Joel Embiid, Kawhi Leonard, Bradley Beal, and Jason Tatum.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, also, of course, this is going to be star-studded lineups either way, of course. But in terms of which lineup I think is better, I'm probably going to go with, it's tough, but I think I'm going to go with Team Durant here.
Oh, wow.
I think I'm going to go with Team Durant. They have the scoring, Embiid, and then again, it's kind of tough. I don't know. I switched my pick. I switched my pick. Team LeBron. I'm gonna go with Team LeBron. It's I think Team LeBron, they definitely have the more dynamic players, like i.e. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think Giannis could be like an X factor, difference maker in this game, honestly. But just to rattle off the reserves for you guys real quick. Team Durant also is going to have James Harden, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Zach LaVine, who's been balling as well. That's Simply's guy. Julius Randle, Nikola Vucevic, and Donovan Mitchell. Team LeBron also has Damian Lillard, Ben Simmons, Chris Paul, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, Domantas Sabonis, and Rudy Gobert. So, needless to say, it's gonna be a pretty good game. It's gonna be a pretty good game. So I can't wait to see that. But moving on to the next question here that we have. Sorry guys. Moving on to the next one. Jay Talk to him says, "Would you rather take a hit stick from Ray Lewis or Sean Taylor?" Oof, that is neither an option because yes. Oh man,
I don't know. Oh boy, that's.
I'm gonna probably because Ray Lewis was of course the bigger, stronger like defender.
And think about who he put down too. Like he put down Eddie George, Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
Prime Jerome Bettis. I don't know what his prime weight was, but the fact he put him down, and then Sean Taylor would just. I think I might go Sean Taylor. Unfortunately.
I mean, that's what I was just gonna say though. Like Ray Lewis,
he put down people to like, oh man.
Ray Lewis he had the size to like really hit you, but like Sean Taylor, he would always be like he had that velocity because he didn't care who it was. He was shooting gaps and he was just blowing people up off the ball.
Even in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Sean Taylor.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's see. Next question we have here. Unknown Goat, our guy Unknown Goat. He says, "Did you guys hear that the Chiefs changed their stadium name?" I did not hear that.
Yes.
What is it now?
I know it's like something at Arrowhead Park or Arrowhead Stadium, and also their fullback Anthony Sherman retired today. Good riddance.
Let's see. Rumors. Musty Lopez says, "Simply thoughts on Barca at the moment."
Oh, see, our guy Boslin here is a Real Madrid fan. So, I mean, my thing with Barcelona is that when Messi leaves, what are you guys going to do? That's all I got to say, because they look like a team sometimes in despair and other times look very good. And I don't trust Griezmann either. I cannot stand Griezmann. So, yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
I really can't talk. I'm an Arsenal fan. We're ass. So.
Ryan Bollinger says, "Which offensive lineman free agent is most likely to the Ravens that need experience?" Well, the Ravens need that experience. Which lineman?
I think Lindsley. Center.
Lindsley. Yeah. I think that... Green Bay. Yeah, I think that's the one we were talking about. We agreed on Corey Lindsley. Let's see. Jonathan Washington Jr. says, "Biggest inspiration in your life?"
Oh,
that's a good one.
That's a really good one. I'll have to get back on that one. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Inspiration?
Probably have to get back to you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd probably say my mom.
Always a good
one. My mom. Yeah, that's a good one. She's the reason I'm here today. So that inspires me every day, So, yeah. I'm going to say that. Let's see. Now, we can come back to that one later. Click One says, "Hot take. The Ravens will at least make the AFC Championship this upcoming playoffs. I think that the Ravens will win Super Bowl 56. Hey, man.
I hope you're right.
Hope you're right. Yeah. Let's see. I really want to know. Denise Davis says, "It'll be very cool hanging out with you guys at a home game." Yeah. Like we said before, we're going to let you guys know which Ravens game we're going to be at. So, you guys can be there with us too. Let's see. What else we have from you guys? Questions. All right. Asmodeus. Yep. All right. Adit Mahmood says, if you had to get past a Ravens player in a dark alley, who would you most/least likely want to see? I would most likely want to see Tucker and least likely to see Brandon Williams. I mean, yeah.
No, least likely for me. I mean, who would you? Oh, least likely, Calais Campbell. Honestly.
Oh yeah,
I
that
think
would be
between
terrifying.
the boys, the build, that's not something I want to see.
Imagine just seeing like a 6'8", just tall silhouette, just all black silhouette in a dark alley, just coming towards you.
And with that deep voice, it's no.
Yeah.
It's just done. This is done.
Oh yeah, that would be bad. All right.
Most likely you want to see. Hey, we're talking most likely.
I gotta go Justin Tucker, man.
Not Sam Cook.
I mean, I guess Sam Cook. Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe Justin Tucker. Maybe he works out a little bit more than Sam Cook. Depends. Have to check out their workout regimen, both of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you can't go wrong with
I'm just thinking like the least physical person on the team.
Yeah, but we'll move on here. Let's
Tucker's
see.
made a few tackles. Tucker's not scared to tackle somebody too, which is
he has, but it's just like everybody else on the team is probably gonna
yeah, that's a really
blow you up. So
yeah, facts.
Let's see. Rush says, would you rather take a hit from Deshaun Elliott or get trucked by Derrick Henry?
See, I'm gonna get trucked by Henry because look, Josh Norman didn't get hurt. He just stiff armed him. So if he goes to truck me, I'll take a little bit of the hit, but I'll make sure to like back away from it at the right time. Taking a hit from Deshaun Elliott 1-on-1, you saw what he did to Derrick Henry. I'm gonna get trucked.
Yeah. So you'd rather go with Derrick Henry? I think I'd rather take the hit from the Joker. Honestly,
really,
it depends on what type of truck. If it's just like a head on, like have you ever done an Oklahoma drill?
Unfortunately, yep.
Yeah. So if it's a drill like that, well, for those of you guys who don't know what the Oklahoma drill is, it's like a drill that you do in football practice, like especially like when you're younger. You basically you and another guy. You lay down, you look at the sky.
Pause. No.
Okay, all right, okay. We're team keeping it clean tonight. Well, you basically you lay down on the grass or whatever. Other guys on the other side of you. And then your coach blows the whistle, and as soon as he blows the whistle, you both got to turn around, get up, and just run full speed and hit each other as hard as you can, basically. I don't know if it's like a hit like that where he really lowers his shoulder and I lower my shoulder and he just knocks me back. That would be pretty devastating. But a hit from Deshaun Elliott, I think I could probably take that just a little bit better. A little bit better. Let's see.
I would love to. Hopefully, we can have Deshaun Elliott on one day, and he could answer that for us. I would love to have that.
Ooh, yeah. You're gonna have to bring that. You have to bring that footage of me saying that back up. He's like, "All right, cool. We can make that happen." And he's gonna like clobber me. Let's see. What else we have for tonight? We'll take a couple more questions, guys. Let's see. All right. Dang, there's a lot of questions coming through, or a lot of comments coming through right now. I'm going to go to the bottom and go my way up. Rami says, pause. Darius the Official says, what do you guys have planned when the Rain Gang hits 1K subs?
Boy.
Oh, man.
I don't even know. No clue.
We don't. Yeah, man. We really just try to take it one step at a time. We're on the road to 900 right now. We can get to 900. Then when we get to 1K, who knows? We might have something very special. I'm sure we will. It'll probably be like I said, the Rain Gang merch is coming soon. Giveaways, perhaps. Next episode. You make sure. Yes, please. If you're listening to this right now, make sure that you tune into next week's episode. To next episode. Monday. So Monday, episode 32. Make sure you tune into the Purple Rain podcast. So yeah. Let me see what else we have in here. Kayla Sports says, biggest hitter of all time.
What are we talking about? Biggest hitter? Oh, boy. I don't know. Because I want to say, like, somebody old.
Yeah. I mean, I think Sean Taylor's up there. I think Dawkins, Sean Taylor's up there.
I think Dawkins has to be up there too.
Yeah. Certain guys like that. I'd have to take a look. I have to take a look at some of like all the players. Like, let's see, right now, the biggest hitters.
70s, 80s, 90s.
I know I'm missing a lot. They're just not coming to mind right now. Let's see. Casper215 says, "What is your go-to song to listen to?"
Let me actually pull it up real quick because I have so many. Let me just take a look at my playlist.
It's gonna be something Travis Scott, guys. It's gonna be something Travis Scott.
Bro, come on.
Spoiler alert.
Like that. Actually, I don't even know. Let me see. What's yours?
Mine would probably be. Mine would probably be. This is a tough one. A go-to song that I listen to, just like I always come back to. I listen to it a lot. "Streetlights" by Kanye West. That's one of like my favorite songs of all time. I love that song. So yeah, that's my answer.
I'll probably go either 3500 by Travis Scott or 90210 by Travis Scott or Nightcrawler because Chief keeps in it and he just kills his part.
I was listening to 90210 just the other day, and that was a really good song for its time. Underrated. Yeah. Let's see what else we have here. Rush says favorite workout song. Good question. Have to be something hype, something upbeat. Let's see. Favorite workout song right now. I might, if I'm working out, I wouldn't mind listening to some Pop Smoke.
Really? Okay.
Some Pop Smoke, yeah. Some Pop Smoke. I just like the bass, the heavy bass, 808s and stuff like that. Keeps me hype, in tune. Hey, look, our guy's back. Rodney Langford. He's back. He says, "What's poppin'? I could not miss the podcast." Man, we missed you, Rodney. We did. Let me tell you that. We missed you. So thank you for joining the Purple Rain podcast. Yeah. Hope you're doing okay this week. Let's see.
I'll be honest. You can never go wrong with all the lights. But you have to have the interlude first and then all the lights. This to get you ready for it.
Yeah. Let's see. Ramey says underrated hitter LaRon Landry. Yeah, yes. I forgot about
LaRon and Dewan Landry. Yeah. Like they were. People forget about how good they were. Honestly. Yeah. Dewan for the Ravens and LaRon for the Redskins. Good times.
Ramey says that new Drake at midnight gonna be different. I forgot. Yeah, Drake is dropping something tonight.
Like a 2-song pack, I think.
Yeah. So we'll see about that. On God says anything Kanye is valid for workouts.
That's true.
Lerone Fresson says, would you rather get hit by Ray Lewis, Brian Dawkins, Ronnie Lott, or John Lynch? Ronnie Lott was a beast too. One of the best to ever do it. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I might go with. I mean, it's a lose-lose, right? It's a lose-lose situation,
lose.
Right? Lose. I mean, I might have to go with Brian Dawkins just by default, honestly. Yeah, that'd be my pick. But either way, you're gonna be getting crushed. So
no matter what.
All right. So okay. One more last question. Asmodia says, what is your favorite genre?
It flip-flops between rap and R&B. It always flip-flops. So
okay. Yeah.
It depends on the type of mood I'm in,
Right. Yeah. Me, rap. I like R&B as well. I like pretty much everything. I can't really say I have a favorite genre because I like pretty much everything. Rap, R&B, rock. I love alternative music. Alternative music's really good. There's a bunch of other genres that I'm sure I'm missing right now. But, I mean, of course, some pop stuff as well. Anything that's, like, catchy. Yeah, Rodney Langford, he says pop. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, sometimes some jazz, too.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. NFL Productions, he says, so I guess I'm late again. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good, bro. We appreciate you for coming through. You know what I mean? We appreciate you. So, yeah. I think that is going to do it for tonight, guys. This has been episode 31 of the Purple Rain podcast. Listen, guys, you want to make sure you tune in to episode 32. That's all I'm saying. Just make sure you tune in, you know. We're going to be back on Monday for another good episode of the Purple Rain podcast. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you like this video before you go. Wait, don't go anywhere just yet. Like the video first. Then you can go. But like the video. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you enjoyed tonight's content, if you've been, with us for the past hour and a half, and you enjoyed tonight's content, just go ahead and give us a sub so you can know, and also turn on those notifications so you can know when we're posting new videos. Follow us on Instagram at the Purple Rain Podcast. You can get all updates for everything Ravens, everything Purple Rain Podcast as well. Just to end it out here, my name is Sutton Def. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Sutton Def. Give me a follow. Shout out. Mention me or whatever. Give me a shout. Shoot me a DM. I'm always down to talk to you guys, always down to mix it up. I love the Rain Gang. We appreciate you guys again.
Who doesn't?
And simply let them know where they can find you.
YouTube, simply AS10. Twitter, simply AS10, but the L is a capital I. Instagram, simply AS10.prod. Shout out to DJ Chark for sharing my video. Future Raven, you know it. And Patrick Queen. He posted my video on his account, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. And then follow the Purple Rain Podcast on Instagram. That's all I really got. Anything else?
I mean, I think that might lead us to your famous outro real quick. Ramey just says, to be honest, this podcast is my favorite. The only podcast I genuinely keep up with and make sure to tune into. Keep it going. Love it. Thank you so much, bro. We appreciate it.
That means a lot, honestly.
All the support we see. You love the content. Fire podcast. Living Legend. Shout out to Living Legend.
Always coming through.
Yeah, always coming through. Zeke Phillips, Ryan Bollinger, KLA Sports, all you guys, Rush, all you guys, Christopher Swain, Asmodeus, all you guys. We appreciate you guys, the Rain Gang, for coming through tonight once again on another episode of the Purple Rain Podcast. And I'll let my guy Alex take us out.
And as always, thank you for coming through. Hopefully everybody's doing good. But until we see you on Monday with some announcements, you know what it is. Stay positive, test negative.
And we're going to catch you guys in the next one.